As one of the only parks in the U.S. that celebrates historic bridges, this park is a must-see. The park is highlighted by 5 historic bridges that date back to the late 1800s. The main attraction is Charlotte Bridge, a 182-foot bridge that spans the main entrance. The park also hosts an accessible boat launch, modern playground, and pavilion. Fantasy Forest. Dragons, wizards, gnomes, and castles, all carved from the stumps of trees killed by the emerald ash borer. Yes, there was a parasite that came through here and just destroyed all the trees. But thankfully, people turned them into a work of art. Did you know that Gerald Ford is the only U.S. president who was also an Eagle Scout? We scored another fabulous free campsite. This was some weird sort of caterpillar, I guess. This was sad. A tribute to a gentleman in his 30s who, while working on the parking lot, he ran his truck into one of the power poles and was electrocuted. I had no idea what this was, and when I asked my friends, I got a bunch of different answers. After 2 days at the campground, it was time to move on. so I'm not gonna lie, the dune climbing gave me the willies. I mean, they're on a 45-degree angle, and I could barely look over the railing at these people climbing up. I have a fear of falling anyway, so I had to take this picture of these people climbing up the dunes through the slats in the on the viewing perch. It just, yeah, I couldn't do it. I mean, seriously, I think you'd have to have a strong stomach for this and be in really good shape. The Mackinac Island ferry was dog-friendly.
The captain was built in Lafitte, Louisiana in 1986. It was brought up to the Straits of Mackinac through the Mississippi and Illinois rivers, then up Lake Open in the winter, allowing shipping of iron ore from Duluth, Minnesota.
The Mackinac Bridge is a suspension bridge spanning the Straits of Mackinac to connect the upper and lower peninsulas of the U.S. state of Michigan. The Mackinac Bridge is one of the world's most beautiful bridges and the longest suspension bridge in the Americas, with a total length of 8,614 feet suspended. It is currently the third longest suspension bridge in the world.
We are going to pick Cap Shep. We're back up to speed. We will have you arriving at our island dock in about 10 minutes. Thank you.
How exciting this is, but we ask that you pay attention to a few quick announcements. Please remain seated until the vessel can be secured to the dock and luggage carts are unloaded. Please watch your step both at the stairwells and at the ramp when going ashore.
No motorized vehicles are allowed on the island, so you either walk, ride a bike, or take a horse-drawn carriage. We decided to rent a bike to go around the island, and initially Rylie wasn't having any part of it.
Oh, what's going on, Rylie? What's going on?
It was a picture-perfect day for riding around the island. Mackinac Island is super dog-friendly. I even got to take her on the horse-drawn carriage tour.
Father Marquette was a French missionary who came to the island during the later 1600s. Chamber stable. The oldest stable on the island dates into 18. And this is a very popular spot for weddings during the summer. Over 40 weddings each.
A little boy on the tour pointed out this snake to me, and I was glad because I didn't want Rylie to get bit.
Stayed a couple hours. I'm also a student at Michigan State University. I saw somebody with a... Yeah, go white! Yeah! I don't care what you guys think about that joke. I think it's hilarious. Thanks for laughing, all 2.5 of you. Questions?
So let me just say, I absolutely loved Mackinac Island. It reminded me of a smaller version of Catalina. This is what remains of the wreck of the Joseph S. Fay. It was a 216-foot-long steamer that ran aground in a gale in 1905. A large section of her side is still visible on the beach. While I was there, I found out that there's a whole bunch of lighthouses along the coast, so I decided to go on a lighthouse tour. First of many cemetery tours, this gentleman designed the 50-star flag. The Museum of the Historical Society of Saginaw County is an old post office that looks like a French castle. Stevie Wonder was born about 3 miles south of where this monument is, and it's Saginaw's only acknowledgement of Stevie, which I find rather odd, but whatever. People have been telling me for years to go to hell. Well, I finally made it. Woohoo! Even miniature golf in hell. If I'd known there was beer in hell, I would have been here a lot sooner. I'm well aware that Detroit is known as Motor City. But to tell you the truth, after 40 years in the automotive industry, there was no way I wanted to take a tour of any automotive factory. Seriously.